Hello and thanks for joining us on Nationwide. I am Dennis Adegunloye. We'll begin with health-related matters. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, with women around the world being united through a series of activities aimed at highlighting issues around the disease. Deborah Balagbobo reports that women in Abuja also joined the Pink October trend with a sensitization campaign at the Jabi Lake Park.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Look towards the chest and the stomach. You're looking to see whether the chest is rising or falling, right?
Cleanliness, they say, is next to godliness. And this is what the Pink October group is highlighting, drawing the attention of Nigerians on the need to be health conscious by keeping the environment clean, while also creating awareness about breast cancer with free testing.
Let's bring those people together and try to do something. That's the reason why we have physiotherapy here. We're doing health checks as well. They can check your vitals. They're doing manual checks for early detection of breast cancer, because you know early detection for breast cancer is the best. If you detect it early, you can find a solution.
Everybody knows that October is an awareness month for breast cancer, so that's the essence of this event, to sensitize people about breast cancer, to have people that, if possible, people that have survived it to come over and talk and give us their testimonies, and also to give back to our society.
Create awareness on cancer, particularly the breast cancer. It's a serious public health concern. It's ravaging humanity, and so in occasions like this, it's important that we draw attention to it.
The environmental officials should be going round. Anybody found doing that kind of a thing, they find them. They should stop it. We should try and keep our environment very clean. The better for us.
The exercise, they say, will be an annual event to further push down the message of healthy living. In Abuja, Deborah Balagbobo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, reducing the prevalence of breast cancer amongst Nigerian women is getting appreciable attention. Wife of the Vice President, Nana Shettima, in her message at the Defense and Police Wives Association's quarterly breast cancer screening exercise, emphasized the importance of early detection and investments in research in pharmaceutical products to reduce the spread.
More than 300 women within the military community walking to heighten advocacy on breast cancer. The POA is not relenting in reducing the figures for women in the barracks through screening, treatment and counseling. The message of the wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Shettima, delivered hinged on early detection, family support and healthy lifestyle.
Share information about the risk factors associated with breast cancer, provide resources and share information about available care services and support networks.
The 2022 survey on cancer by WHO indicates that 2.3 million women die from the scourge of breast cancer, which could be prevented.
This year we are looking at screening over 500 free. They will come, we will take them with our vehicle. And for those that are already affected, we're also providing some help, financial help to them to be able to enable them get their treatment, medication, support their overall well-being.
Stand straight and look at the mirror. Is there any change in your breast? Is one dragging up and the other one down or something? You know, you want to check for any obvious changes.
Medical experts recommend healthy living, subsidized medical services, and regular checks. In Abuja, Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
And the federal government has made available 254 million naira for the revamping of healthcare facilities in Enugu State. Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Muyi Aina, disclosed this during a working visit to the state. Chika Ugu reports.
Inspecting health facilities at the Enugu Zonal Office, the Executive Director, Primary Healthcare Development Agency said one of the fundamental priorities of President Bola Tinubu's administration is to improve the health sector, especially the primary health centers. He said Enugu State is one of the beneficiaries of the ongoing revitalization of primary health care facilities across the country, noting that the agency has completed assessment of 253 health facilities in the state.
We were able to make important decisions that will really move forward primary healthcare services in Enugu State.
Earlier on arrival, the executive director had paid a courtesy visit to Governor Peter Mba, where he applauded the ongoing construction of 260 Type 2 healthcare centers, as well as the state government's promptness in releasing counterpart funding. Appreciative of the federal government's intervention in primary health care in the state, Governor Mba said his administration has put modalities in place to ensure universal health coverage.
A lot of what we see in terms of programs and projects from the federal government are quite in sync with our governance philosophy.
In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
Away from health matters, work on the $2 billion Kano Maradi railway project is progressing steadily, with significant completion achieved in various segments. Minister of Transportation Saidu Ahmed Al-Khali and members of the Joint House Committee on Transportation from the Senate and House of Representatives have expressed satisfaction with the quality of work by the contracting firm during an inspection tour. Ladi Bala reports.
The Kano Maradi railway project is gaining momentum. The Minister of Transportation and the Joint Committee of the National Assembly on Transportation have embarked on an oversight visit to assess the progress of the project. The visit aims to evaluate the contracting firm performance and identify areas requiring intervention to fast-track the project. Here, essential materials for the railway are being manufactured. Production of critical components such as sleepers, grippers, and rail nuts is well underway. Current project status indicates topsoil removal 72.2% complete, embankment 38.3% complete, supply for permanent way 28.5% complete, bridges and overbridge structures 4.6% complete.
The status of the project, so we already have an advance of the project with more than 35%. We are working in accordance to the plan.
Improvement as at the last time I came, all these bridges and culverts were not put in place then. And even the question of compensation that you have addressed to the National Assembly, I have directed the contractor to ensure that they have paid all the compensation along the corridor.
A lot of earthwork being done, a lot of concrete work is equally being done, and we are even surprised that many men and materials are maintained at the site. And it shows that the company is really very serious.
Everybody seems to be impressed with what they've seen today. It's really major infrastructure. The progress seems to be very solid.
The $1.9 billion project, equivalent to 400 billion naira, is fully funded by the contracting firm, with the Nigerian government contributing 15% through appropriation. Completion is expected by 2026. In Abuja, Ladibala, NTA News.
In the meantime, Nyimba city residents within the Aba axis of the Enugu-Port Harcourt road say slow pace of work may hamper the intention of federal governments in delivering the rehabilitation of interstate roads, expected to boost influx of business and tourism. Ikechukwu Ndukwe reports that they are calling on the Minister of Works to supervise the project.
Aba-Port Harcourt Expressway rehabilitation is key to successful businesses in the commercial city. This is because major goods that find itself in the commercial city comes from Onne Port in Rivers State, making the construction of the stretch an important assignment.
Every day they will be on one place.
Already, business executives in the commercial city are full of thanks to President Bola Tinubu for connecting Aba with other states through the construction of Aba Ekoregbene Road, Aba Umuahia Enugu Road, among others.
Now, around the flyover, somewhere around that area, that's Orata Junction. You see, if you're moving there now, it looks as if it's not Aba then. You are. Whereas before, you cannot dream of such. People are trooping into Aba. So we are happy.
Respondents call on the Minister of Works, David Umahi, to supervise the Aba-Port Harcourt Road, which they described as shoddy and slow. The Aba-Port Harcourt Expressway is the entrance route to the Abia Oil and Gas Hub in Owaza. Ikechukwu Ndukwe, NTA News.
In other news, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, says Nigeria has officially commenced the sale of crude oil and refined petroleum products in Naira. This is in line with the Federal Executive Council directive. The Federal Ministry of Finance says the implementation committee, which involved critical stakeholders, met and conducted a post-commencement review of the crude oil and refined products sales in Nigeria initiative, affirming the process. The strategic initiative is a bold step taken by the President's Bola Tinubu administration to impact the nation's economy, foster growth, stability and self-sufficiency. And as the country continues to navigate the complexities of global markets, this strategic move positions Nigeria for success in the years to come. Now, the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPODEC, has urged residents living in flood-prone local government areas in Kogi State to relocate to higher ground. This call is part of efforts to prevent another occurrence of past flooding events. Solomon Ayedehin reports.
Anxiety spreads in Kogi State as the water levels of the Niger and Benue rivers continue to rise.
What we're dealing with here is numerous villages. It's quite a chunk of communities.
In response to this threat, the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPODEC, has taken action. Engaging with local leaders and stakeholders, the commission launched a flood sensitization campaign. The first stop was the palace of the Ohimegeigu of Kotonkarfe, His Royal Majesty Seidu Akau Salihu, where district and community heads from vulnerable areas gathered. The managing director of HYPODEC, Abubakar Yelwa, represented by the Director of Administration and Finance, Jimo Gabi, delivered a message urging immediate relocation to higher ground to minimize the impact of the coming flood.
The flood is here, and we should do all it takes to make sure it's seamless all through the joining of flood in our communities.
From Kotonkarfe, the HYPODEC team moved to the palace of the Megeri of Lokoja, seeking the royal father's support in spreading the message to his subjects, especially those in remote areas. The officials also met with key stakeholders before heading to Pata Market, an area vulnerable to flooding. Here, HYPODEC emphasized the need for action, recalling the destruction caused by the floods of 2012 and 2022. A similar message was delivered at the palace of the Atai Gala in Ida, where Alhaji Jimo Gabi reaffirmed Hyperdeck's commitment to the safety of the people. The Commission plans to conduct a needs assessment and community mapping within the next 2 weeks, urging cooperation from the residents to ensure the success of the program. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
The Orangun of Okeila, Oba Adedokun Abolarin, has called on well-to-do individuals to assist governments by investing massively in the nation's education sector and promote intellectual development as a means of securing a brighter future for the coming generations. Femi Afariogun tells us more.
10 years of its establishment, Oasis Royal Academy Osogbo has recorded tremendous progress as stakeholders gathered to celebrate the school. The Orangun of Okeila, Oba Adedokun Abolarin, in his lecture, rated the standard of education in Nigeria high, stressing that Nigerians need to believe in the system.
Government alone cannot do it. Private citizens, private individuals must get engaged in things that will promote citizenship.
Secretary to Osun State Government, Teslim Igbalayi, and other stakeholders also advised the students to remain focused, saying education remains a major part of their lives.
To have a lot of things have been done, like more than 500 or 600 schools have been renovated in Osun State presently, and it's still ongoing. So those are the things we are doing for our people, for the students and the teachers.
One of the founders of the school, Mrs. Oluwaseyi Salam, who says the school is adopting the best technology of smart board for its students, advised parents to always check on their children.
The new generation of parents push everything to the school. They should spend more time with their children at home. Check what the children are doing. Be more involved in the education of their children.
Highlights of the event were presentation by students of Oasis, while awards were also given to distinguished Nigerians. In Osogbo, Femi Afariogun, NTA.
And from Osogbo, we take you to Abakaliki, where concerned by the dearth of successful applicants from the southeast. In the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, the federal government has engaged students and tertiary institutions from the region in an educative session on modalities, processes and requirements of accessing the loan. Caleb Ogbonna reports.
On the instance of the federal government, the Southeast Citizens Assembly was organized to find solutions to the impediments that has led to paucity of successful applicants from Southeast in the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, which the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement Southeast, Chioma Nweze, says is one out of many national interventions the region has not keyed into.
I'm here to encourage you that this government has put this NEL fund out. You should take advantage of it. Don't say that you don't need it. Everybody needs a cushion one way or the other. Let us work together to build a resilient, innovative and prosperous Nigeria.
Nobody is forcing anybody to take a loan, but if you need it, please apply for it, because we don't want people dropping out of school. You just need to go to the site and apply for the loan.
Students and management of tertiary institutions in the Southeast that we have visited, which include Ebonyi State University, Abakaliki, among others, are of the view that the engagement has allayed their fears of disconnection from the loan.
The Southeast seem to be lukewarm about doing what others are doing, hence this enlightenment.
I hope that this exercise will help us benefit maximally from these pledges from the presidency.
The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, is an initiative of the federal government geared towards ensuring that financial barriers does not stop educational pursuit of any Nigerian student, irrespective of background. In Abakaliki, Caleb Ogbonna, NTA News.
And a bit on agriculture, with the tilt towards farming to meet the food needs of society. NTA Yenagoa is partnering the Bayelsa State Ministry of Agriculture to cultivate the station's vast land. General Manager NTA Yanagoa Dauju White, who received the Commissioner for Agriculture. All right, my director is giving me some information. We'll now join our outside broadcasting crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned. We're going to Port Harcourt.